Hello everyone, welcome to the Video Game Choo Podcast! My name is Scott, and I'm joined today by Solon.
Hello!
Solon?
Yes?
How you doing?
I'm doing really fantastic. Now that the holidays are over, I can, feel like a person again.
I feel like they're just getting started. Have you heard about this one that's coming up in December?
What's happening? Oh no, there's another one?
Yeah, it's called Chris Man. I think it's named after this guy named Chris.
The Chris Man season.
Might be Chris from the Game Zone, but I don't know.
Is that... Oh, that's I've been hearing all the songs about it.
Yeah?
Yeah, yesterday. All of a sudden yesterday, just everywhere I was at was full of people, and they were all listening to the same Chris Man songs.
Oh. They all kept saying things like, "Oh, Chris, we love your Fortnite skills. You are the strongest in the world.
We're so proud that you did not default skin because you are so rich and wealthy." Yeah, it was pretty much exactly like that.
Yeah, I love those. Little Drummer Boy, all about how good he is on drums.
I'm trying to imagine now all the Fortnite skins they're gonna have for the holiday seasons, and it's just gonna be the worst memes our dads could think of, and so it'll just be naughty elves spanking each other.
Oh, that's fun. then they do the dance. But wicka wacka. That's the sound the Fortnite dance makes when you do it.
Yep, I've gotten so many battle royales, or whatever the winning thing is called. I've gotten so many of them, I've forgotten what it's called and what the sound was like, so I'm glad you reinvented it for us.
Solon!
Hey, what's up, Scott?
Do you know what a video game is?
Yes! Yes.
Please tell me. I need you to tell me all about any hot new video games you played. For example... Maybe Pokemon Let's Go?
I played that yesterday. I played 5 video games yesterday, all in one day, because I was avoiding my family.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I know what that's like.
Yep. And so I got to play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee for about an hour, and It was the greatest hour ever, and then I stopped playing it, and I'm not going to touch it ever again, because it really is not going to get better than that.
Oh, that's disappointing. Well, I've been hearing, mixed things about Pokemon Let's Go. It's simultaneously a really, really great nostalgia trip, but at the same time, if you've heard anything about it going into it, it's pretty... You know exactly what to expect, and you are not going to get maybe, the full, rich Pokemon experience.
There's some weird parts about it.
Most people are going to get.
We talked about it... Yeah? John talked about it last week, and now I get to finally, talk about some other things that I found in it. Pokemon Let's Go, the first hour of it is just the most adorable cutscenes you've ever seen, where they just ramp you cute. Up with this Eevee is going to be your best friend for the rest of your life until it dies or you dies, whoever dies first.
Oh,
and
that's a little existential.
It's it wants you to rip your heart out is a tweet that I saw about it yesterday, and I was like, no way. And then I played it yesterday, and I was like, oh my god, it is aggressively cute in a way I was not ready for, and every sound that Eevee makes, love me, please, for the love of God. And I'm like, okay, I'll do my best, I'll do everything I can to please you. Oh god, you're amazing. And so immediately after those cutscenes end, I'm like, now we gotta play the game though. The other thing that was interesting about Pokemon Let's Go is you don't battle in it. Especially when you're catching Pokemon, which makes it really awkward when you do battle. Because all the times that you do battles in that game are important times, like gym battles and Team Rocket fights. And so all of a sudden your Pokemon will just have new moves and have new abilities from the times that you were catching Pokemon and leveling them up that way. And so it's really weird how if you don't know Pokemon, it's going to be very difficult to come into this game and have any idea what anything does.
Wait, does it automatically teach moves?
No, you still have full control of what moves you have, but you have to know that, when your Pokemon learns Flamethrower, that's a, fire attack that does 95 power, and that's inherently more powerful than everything else. It'll tell you those things, but like, if this is your first Pokemon game, which we kind of were assuming that's where it was geared for, because it looks very childish and innocent. And
I would argue it is for a good part, because I have seen videos of people playing alongside their kids.
Yeah,
I saw an actual child, like an actual baby, catch a Pokemon. It was buck wild.
That was amazing, though.
It was really good.
They're like, good job, small baby. You are now indoctrinated into the Pokemon cult. Congratulations.
You've learned. You're now part.
But you can earn your dad's affection if you catch me 10 Caterpies.
I love Caterpie.
Hey, JD.
Hi, I'm here now.
Hold on, we're good. Keep going. We're good. Don't worry about it.
So it was.
Don't even
don't acknowledge it.
Okay.
Don't even act like anything's weird here.
Well, anyway, nothing's weird here, but the weird thing is that those battles that you had constantly, the wild battles that everyone loves in Pokemon games, are there for a reason, and the reason is to teach you how to play the game before you get to these gym battles that test you on what you've learned on the routes up to that point. So it's really interesting how they, throw Pokemon Go into the Pokemon games series and then just kind of like expect players to follow along. I wonder if other people are going to have trouble with that if this is like their first Pokemon game.
But are there still still trainer battles like on the road? Like,
yes, there are those trainer battles that you can or don't have. If you walk around them, they don't happen. And so all of those are there, and that probably is actually enough to test things. It was just kind of weird. It was like, what were these wild encounters for, and are they necessary? Is kind of the question that Pokemon Let's Go really gets people asking.
And I on one hand, I'm like into the idea of remixing things and like trying different things with that formula. I don't know if this is the way to go, as in the weird half-baked mobile game that was popular 2 years ago. Is the way we should really maybe change the way we handle random Pokemon.
Although I don't know, because like I still absolutely have friends like at school who are still walking around playing it. Like,
oh yeah,
right. But like, it's not the sensation it was though before. It's definitely. Like it's definitely a more niche crowd.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the other thing is like, I think there's better ways to handle it. I think you could possibly do that, but I don't like that as a default rule for all Pokemon, Like, yep. I bet Pokemon Let's Go has a lot more nuance to it than just, hey, it's the Pokemon Go catching. Like, it tries to have an aspect of you are trying to make this thing your partner that you train and raise and becomes your friend. And so fighting it, maybe in your first interaction, is not the best way to handle it. But I think maybe later game, when you run into Pokemon that are much stronger or are more aggressive, it would be interesting if those happen to be random encounters instead of your typical Pokemon Go catching.
Or if you could choose to throw your Pokemon out at the beginning of battle and be like, should I throw my Pokemon out and fight this, or do I need to?
That would be cool. Huh. I didn't think about that. Maybe we could do that. But it's when I think of things like your encounter with Mewtwo or like any encounter with legendary Pokemon, I would be bummed out if I had to like just toss Pokeballs at it and then it ran away.
Is that is the legendary? Are the legendary encounters like that?
I wouldn't know. I haven't gotten that far into things.
Yeah,
that's.
I don't know who has. Maybe John will elucidate us.
John. Let's at John. Get him to just float in off screen like I did.
What do you mean? You are always here.
Of course, I was just being very shy.
Solon, do you have anything else you want to add about Pokemon Let's Go?
I think the most interesting thing is that this is another way of deconstructing a JRPG that we really know. And that reminded me of the other game that I've been playing all week. I've been playing Deltarune.
Oh yeah.
Do you want to save that for a bit? I just wanted to know if you had any more like Pokemon thoughts.
No, I was kind of segueing it naturally into.
Let me handle it. Don't worry, because here's the thing: we also have Janie here, who has been here the whole time.
Yes,
and Janie, you've also been playing things as well, haven't you? Perhaps, maybe this game you might have heard of it, Deltarune.
Oh, thanks, Scott.
Yes. So I have been very busy with school, and so have not been able to play many games. But when I have been playing, I've been playing Deltarune in 30-minute segments in between studying.
That's a good way to go.
That's actually the way to go. Yeah.
It's been really good. I finally last night took advantage of the break and just got home from Thanksgiving dinner and put the last 2 hours in.
Nice.
It's really good. It's so good. I had been on like media blackout about it. I listened to the episode of the podcast where y'all talked about it and just skipped all of it. So I'm very sorry if I repeat things. But I really love it. I think it like in the new like battle system where it's like almost like JRPG style has been super fun. All the characters, I love the characters so much. Susie is great. Yeah, it's just every part of it, just the music, just the aesthetic, just everything worked so well for me, going forward. And it was weird because, it ended. So I finally finished it. There's like, I'm not going to spoil anything. But there are some like things in the like final section, that really like shake up what it is that you think it is. Does that make sense? No,
I get you.
Which really like I had this idea about what this game was, and then just sort of like shifted, and you just sort of like it feels very like classic. Like the first game had moments like this a lot, right? Where you will like reach a point, reach a line of dialogue, or reach a new section, and you just sort of like tilt your head a little bit to the right and go, okay, so this is something different now. Okay.
Oh, that's so validating for all of the things that I've been thinking about. I'm like halfway or maybe a third of the way through it right now. And
yeah. So I'll be very careful not to spoil, but I'm just very looking forward to everything else that Toby Fox is going to do. I think
my whole thesis on the game has been about it being a conversation with Undertale.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hearing that it like changes at the end is like, yes, the conversation continues, because both of these games, when you're playing through them, they do not feel like static objects.
Yeah.
They feel like that anything is up for conversation, whether it's like the game mechanics themselves, the story, the characters, they all are very dynamic and fluid and can change. Sometimes you're in battles and then you're not in battles anymore. And other times, like, there are places where you can take damage and you're just not in a battle at all. And I was like, this is fascinating and interesting. And it's such a development from Undertale, which was a total deconstruction of JRPGs down to a very strict binary of, do you attack the monster or do you do a magic spell that makes it go away? And so this like takes that to another level in a way that has been very validating, was the word I used. Just like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to continue this conversation with Toby Fox, to continue this conversation with Undertale. And so as I've been making Let's Plays about the game, as I've been going through it, it's just like every episode I can just be like, oh, here is specifically a place where they're deconstructing the JRPG genre, and here's how it has now transformed into Deltarune. And so it's just like, yes, it's so juicy. Like, the content is so juicy.
And I really do love how much it plays with your expectations about what it's going to be.
Absolutely.
I what would be interesting for me is to see someone come into Deltarune having not played Undertale.
I've mentioned that before. Yeah.
Yeah.
The two seem like so interconnected. Like, just on a fundamental level that it's hard to imagine, and I bet people have done it as well. It's hard to imagine like people just playing the game wholesale, but because it's a free thing, it's, you know, it's really accessible, and I'm sure maybe people who never even experienced Undertale have probably tried it, but also it's relatively cheap. Like, what was it when it came out? Like $10? It was like very low. Yeah, it's like it's not only a cheap game, but this is a sector of gaming that is like very prevalent, but not a lot of people really talk or think about it. Is like it was very readily accessible on any type of hardware because it's such a lightweight game. Like if you have a crappy laptop, you can still play Undertale, which is a very excellent game. And I know a lot of people who don't have like the best gaming setups, who had who could still play this hot new thing. Well, not new anymore, but like who could still play like this very big, very important game. At least to my expectations. At least that's what I think. They can still play this game and have like a full experience with it, and not have to worry about like graphical settings or anything that might hold them back hardware wise. So Deltarune being essentially an extension of that, but also having the price point of free, I'm sure sounds appealing to a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, Solon, your experience with it is like, you're not super far into it yet, you've said.
Yep.
Yeah, how's that been going so far? I want to get your early impressions.
The characters are so wonderful to hang out with.
Yeah.
They're all just at each other's throats, and then sometimes they're not at each other's throats, and then they all make up and are like, oh, I'm sorry, I was kind of at your throat earlier, but we cool now. You start making fan clubs in the game, and then you realize, oh, wait, I'm actually also in that fan club right now. Lancer's a very good child. Who does wheelies. And
Fuck yeah.
We'll run you over.
Yeah. I'm very interested in how these experiences worked for you, because I played it like day of, like just sat down and marathon the whole thing. So
the little chunks are helpful. It's kind of like a Netflix series where you can totally go through it all at once and just feel awesome. But also, it actually paces itself really well for the Let's Play style, which is usually 15 to 30 minutes. And Undertale did the same trick, but the pacing in the game is phenomenal, where every about 30 minutes of gameplay, you'll end up at a door that'll take you to another world. And you can pretty much time it on the dot that like that was designed to be like, all right, here's this level and this level and this level. But when you're playing, it doesn't feel like they're separate levels. It all feels like one continuous world, which is kind of how Netflix works.
I wonder how you're going to handle the last section, because the last section very intentionally doesn't have checkpoints. And like, if you're exploring every single inch of it, you can lose, like, I lost like, I want to say an hour and a half just like walking around that whole area, just looking at every single thing.
You have my eye is twitching thinking about the editing. Great. Thanks, Scott. You're right. I'm excited to see what editing I'm going to have to do for that section too.
It's great. It's a great part, but like you can just going and fucking exploring every single inch of that is so satisfying.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
And it's such an amazing capstone to the arc of that game of actually completing it and doing this whole long RPG quest. That's only about like a couple hours long, but still. I don't know. It's so cool. Deltarune's really cool. Do either of you have anything else you want to add about it?
I'm solid.
It's good.
Go watch my Let's Play. Solenface. YouTube.com/Solenface. You'll be right there. Also, thank you to the GameZone.zone for all of the Deltarune memes that are just in the Let's Play now.
You've had the worst experience reading that channel. You're sullied. You know too much.
What? No, I'm going into this. I've never played the game. I have no idea what's going to happen. Bites my lip.
I still haven't played the secret boss of that yet.
There's a secret boss?
Did you do that, Jamie? Yeah, there's a secret boss.
I didn't do that.
Did you? Yeah.
Again, I was on like full media blackout. Just
Scott, are you fucking with us?
No, there's a secret boss.
Okay, sure.
Where
it's one extra boss. You have to find some keys in order to access it.
Huh.
I have found one key. I still have not found the rest. Mainly because I haven't played the game. But still. I'm sure they're not that hard to find.
Oh, cool.
But it's like it's some extra like lateral puzzle solving of like, oh, this makes sense because of this thing that happens later, so I just go over here and do this, and there's similar things along that line.
Oh, cool. Just
and
going
then
back
you figure
through
it
the
out,
world.
and then you find the boss.
There's some like early branching points where you can't. Like I remember like points where you can go to like other branches where that are blocked off at first, and all right, I can see.
Yeah. You'll see. I'm sure it's not that hard to find. I bet there's guides out there on how to do it, but I know what that boss is, and I only know one thing about them, and I'm very interested in playing it. I just haven't really found myself booting up surveyprogram.exe again.
God, it's so good. The whole like thing leading up to the reveal also is so good.
It's so excellent. I love it. I think I mentioned it before. I don't remember if I did, but there's a really great bit where you're building your character.
Yeah.
And you have to like pick the parts of it. And then one of the parts is just like you have to pick your legs, and 4 of them are identical. And then the last one is just the big leg is on the other side.
Yeah.
It's such a great like subtle bit. I love it. Deltarune, it's cool. It's free. Deltarune.com. I think.
Go play it.
Play it. Probably. You know what? I have not had a lot of really great gaming experiences this year. Deltarune was excellent. I loved it. I had such a great time. You know what I didn't have a great time with though?
What, Scott?
It's Fallout 76.
Hey, Scott, I kind of feel like you kind of set yourself up to not play a lot of great games during the year.
You know?
Because there's other games you're going to be talking about today that are also not great.
Listen, stop. We'll get to it. Don't worry. So here's everyone knows about Fallout 76 at this point, I think. The new open world Fallout game. The series where you shoot things and nukes in the apocalypse happened. And this one sucks. I hate it. I hate it so tremendously. I have had nothing but a bad time with it. It's such a I need to really get these thoughts out there, because I've seen them. I've seen these thoughts in a lot of similar spaces, and I know everyone's opinions of this game are out there. The Metacritic score has not been nice, so this game has not been well received. But I feel like I need to really put a point on why I don't like this game, and not simply because the Fallout games have had a very bad, a less than ideal representation as part of Bethesda.
Well, you've been through every Fallout game too.
I still haven't played Fallout 1 and 2, which are, as I've heard, very good.
But Tactics and 3, 4, etc.
No, of course I played. No, I didn't play Tactics either.
Oh. What did we stream then?
No, I played
Fallout.
I played Fallout 1 on stream. Yeah. But yeah, I played like all the newer, like I started with the series in Fallout 3, which, I bet a lot of people did because it was a massively popular game. And, I've played all those games since, New Vegas, beautiful. Fallout 4, everyone knows about my Fallout 4 experience, that is very noted on this podcast. Fallout 76 is, man.
The noises that you make every time you say the word Fallout followed by 76.
I thought that was the subtitle.
So the big change of this game is that it is multiplayer. You meet up with friends, and then you go explore around, and then you'd go read all the terminals to find out all the dark lore, but it's all the same kind of not very interesting prose that a lot of the stuff in like Fallout 4 and Fallout 3 were. It's you are ostensibly trying. You are a what's the best way of putting it? There are a couple different things you are, because there's factions in this game. I'm so confused by it. Okay, so you are one of the members of Vault 76, which is a vault that is opened early in order to reclaim the wasteland after the apocalypse happened. And it starts in a way that I find very jarring, because there is a very inherent darkness to the idea of, well, we're the people who live in this vault. We are from the pre-war America. That means it's our right to reclaim this land. And that is not an ideology that I think is very good. But this game really wants you to believe in that.
It does sound like you're recolonizing the land that's been affected by Fallout. And the idea behind the other Fallout games is that the world has already been recolonized. We have moved on. You, as a vault dweller, as someone who has lived in general comfort your entire life, are not entitled to the right to just say, this is my land now, I want to take it. And that has been a major point of Fallout games in the past. And in this one, that is literally the point of it. It's that you are here to reclaim it. And it just doesn't... It does. Wait, there's not like a higher purpose for you? Because making it be about just go out and do the dang thing isn't really the MO of any of the Fallouts. Even 3 was like, go find your dad. And you're like, yeah, hell yeah, where the hell's my dad at? And then 4, you're like, where's my kid? And they're like, yeah, where the hell's my kid at?
Yeah.
And now nothing else here? There's no other like thing to kind of grab onto for a plot?
The essential plot is that you're following the path of the Overseer, who is left early and has left a bunch of notes lying around, a lot of recordings to listen to.
Love that lore.
And you learn about her life and like all she's gone through, and what her goal essentially as someone who was very bought into the idea of Vault-Tec, like Vault-Tec the company, as an overseer, was to find all of the nukes and then claim them all for Vault-Tec to take over so Vault-Tec can rule the world. But, that doesn't really work because Vault-Tec's kind of not a thing anymore. So you're following her path to like figure out see her weird tragic story about how this isn't exactly working out, and it is what it is. And that's all you're doing is listening to a podcast about that while you're shooting the 800th ghoul you've seen.
God. That's bleak.
It's not great. There's brief snippets when you're going through the world of some kind of recolonization effort happening. There's a faction called Responders, which you quickly join, who are an actual faction with actual people in the world that exist in the same time as you and talk to you over the radio, who you never see once. And it makes me so angry.
That's such a choice.
There's no people in the world, but there's so much evidence to assert that there should be people in the world.
Wait, so they're like actively talking to you?
Yes! They're like telling you, oh, this thing is happening. We gotta go take care of it. And you're like, oh yeah, I guess we should. And then you join another faction where another person actively talks to you. But there are just no people in this world.
That feels so weird.
So it's like if Three Dog was like in the radio station, like, hey, Three Dog here, how's it going in the wasteland? Except like there was no Three Dog and there was no radio station.
The only people in the world are robots and dead bodies of people that existed. You don't go and have a conversation with anyone in a Fallout game.
It's
No, go ahead.
Feels so weird because it feels like that, like everything that I've heard about this sounds like that this either was, it sounds so put on. Like, it sounds like this fact that they don't have like NPCs in the world is like clashes with the every other idea they had about what this game is, right? Like,
totally.
Like it feels like either this was something like, I don't know, this is complete, speculation, whatever, but it feels like it's either like something that was like on high, like a high level idea about the game, that there would be no NPCs and only other human players, that then like they had trouble like fully integrating, or maybe it was like a technical issue where they just couldn't get NPCs to work for some reason. Like, who knows? But it just feels
it's mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I just want to put a note out there for all the people listening that I am real, and you can, if you meet me and have a conversation with me, and you can use your speech skill to basically tell me to do whatever you want. So if you ever come see me, I am real and physical, just in case.
I'm not.
Anyone? Oh.
I'm a ghost, actually.
Oh.
That's okay. Most of us are. But yeah, the world isn't populated. It's supposedly populated by other players and faction leaders who just don't exist anywhere and somehow can always see you and tell you what's going on.
Big telescopes.
I would love it if that was like a conceit. Like, I'm cool with people reinventing the wheel. I'm cool with people trying different things to fit different molds. This one is this very weird conceit where we want to be Fallout, but we just don't want to put in any of the effort. And it's strange. Like, the entire thing is strange because it is essentially about rebuilding the world, but the only spaces where you can actually build things are workshops that other players can take, and then it's like this weird player versus player like minigame thing, and also your own campsite. So you can't just build like small little towns with your buddies, or you can't just build like, you can't actually try to rebuild the world in a mechanical sense.
You can only build a two-fort situation?
Not even. Like, you build camps.
Okay.
That's the only... The game even goes out of its way to tell you that you're a camper now and you're going out there to camp. And...
Oh. That's not civilization.
No, it's a bummer. Like...
Camping is a bummer, Scott! Camping itself is really a bummer. You don't have cell service, you just go outside. Like, what is it?
They're ghouls.
Mothman's there. I have spent a lot of time building in Fallout 4. Like, my whole praxis with that was, I'm going to try and do right by this world that Bethesda has done bad with. And Fallout 76 doesn't even let you do that. Like, it just strips away every single, like, mechanic that existed in Fallout 4 to actually build any kind of civilization. There are no settlers. There are no settlers that come to your settlements. There are hardly even settlements. There's no supply lines, so you can send trade routes back and forth. There's nothing. You can just build a camp that maybe your friends can also build in a little bit. But that's it. And it's like fucking not even a big space. Like, you don't get a lot of room to just build something cool with your buddies. You get like nothing. And it bums me out so much. I would 100% be okay with this game if it was like, okay, you're on a private server, you have your buddies here are a couple areas, why don't you just, like, try and build those into something? Like, kind of a Minecraft thing, And you just don't even have that. Because I bet if you even had private servers, the way this game works, the second you log off, that workshop that you were building at just isn't yours anymore. And, like, everything feels so super impermanent. There was one time where I built a camp. I had this nice spot under, like, in a clearing. There's, like, nothing. Solin's been there. He knows what it's like.
I remember that clearing, yeah.
It's the same clearing. It's under a bridge. It's so nice. I disconnect from the server, and then I rejoin. And when I rejoin, there's a building where my cabin was, but it was not my building. It was another player's building.
Wait, who built in the same spot that you built previously?
The same exact spot, because they also liked that clearing. So I was like, where is my home? Why is my home gone?
No, Scott!
And I didn't have a campsite anymore. But what you could do is they'll take the buildings that you made and put them there, and they'll give you blueprints so you can put them back down. So that's all right. But like, it just further serves this super weird sense of impermanence of every single thing you even try to build in this world. Which I don't know how you reconcile that with being an online game that a lot of people are going to be playing at the same time. But like, what's the point even? Like, there's no way to do mechanically what this game wants you to do. And what the game wants you to do is totally dishonest. You are not there to fix everything. You're not there to reclaim the land. You're there to walk into a group of these like scorched ghouls or whatever and try and just shoot them all. And then maybe find a quest where it's like, well, we gotta figure out why these people are so diseased. And then you do, and it's like, whatever. It's not changing anything.
It doesn't actually, like, there's no permanent change to the world because you've fought, yeah.
All you do is eventually you get a whole bunch of power armor that you found and do a raid with your friends. And it's not even a cool raid like Destiny. You just go in and you fight a dragon, and that's it. And there are like fucking dragons flying around all over the world anyways, and they're like boring and annoying because you're too underleveled to fight them until you get to a level that you can. It's so I don't like it.
I'm glad they added dragons to Fallout. That was definitely something needed.
Yeah, they took them right out of Skyrim.
Same dragon.
It's the same exact ones. No, it's when I really figured out that I hated this game was when I had plenty of time to play it, and I would sit there with the Bethesda launcher. I would look at it and go, I don't need to play this. I felt like a weird existential dread of the idea of playing this game. The idea of me having free time and the ability to play it and just not wanting to.
Well, it sounds like without any kind of permanence that you can, add to even your version of a world, there's not much point in building except for building's sake. Why would I build a big Lego set if the next time if I blink and the Lego set's disassembled again and I have to rebuild it?
Mm-hmm. It's a bit of an existential nightmare. Kind of like, did you hear about that player that was stuck in God mode?
What?
God.
There was someone who hit a bug in Fallout 76 where their HP was set at 0, so nothing could kill them anymore. And they hated it.
Beyond life.
They hated it so much because they felt so overpowered and they wanted to just go play the game. And they couldn't because they were too strong. They even went to an area that is so highly irradiated that you're supposed to die instantly when you go there, and they were just standing in the middle of it, no problem.
They had that Superman montage moment where they're like, I cannot die, I cannot be killed, I will just leave and enter my fortress of solitude.
Like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Jesus.
And the player was so upset about it because all they wanted to do was die. And eventually they filed a fucking response to Bethesda. How do you even write that? It's like, please, Todd, kill me.
I want nothing more in this world but to die.
Can you still edit the init file and change all that? I know there were reports when the game was first coming out that all of your local settings were saved locally and that you could just manipulate that. Is that still true? Have they patched that?
As far as I know, a lot of the manipulation stuff was patched. I know there's some stuff you can still mess around with that's like less damaging than like uncapped frame rates, which made you go impossibly fast. But like, you know, I have friends who have like played around with field of view and just for like fun and like see if they can take cool pictures and stuff. But you know, most of that seems patched by now.
Okay.
Weirdly enough.
Do you think that
for a Bethesda game?
Yeah, for the Bethesda game?
No, that's all it was.
Oh, right.
Weirdly enough for a Bethesda game. My intonation was very strange for that. It sounded like I was starting a new thought, but I wasn't.
So does Fallout 76 kind of feel like it could be improved in like a No Man's Sky kind of way, where it's this open world game and it just needs some a little bit of love in certain places that they weren't able to get to yet? Is there anything like that?
I don't think so. I genuinely don't think so, because I've heard a lot of people say the same exact sentiment, that like this seems like a solid platform for them to build off of, but that doesn't seem right to me. That doesn't seem the same way as like a lot of these early access things come out and expect to be built upon. This feels like, with the way the content is set up, like the world exists, everything is in the place that it needs to be. This feels like kind of a complete game, just a bad one. Like, just the idea behind it isn't good. Just the execution isn't good. It just doesn't work. And I don't think you can patch bad design.
Okay, I think that's completely fair. And it sounds like, from what you've described, the like philosophies behind what is making Fallout 76 what it is doesn't actually have any further that you can go. Like, you're recolonizing the world.
Yes.
Like, there's not much of a step B to that.
No.
There's no expansion to like, you have reconquered the world.
Yeah, I guess like maybe if they patch in mods so people can actually use this platform for good. Here's the thing, I think it controls fine, and I think a lot of the resource stuff in it is streamlined in a way that is better than Fallout 4's. I think Fallout 4 is a lot more has a lot more interesting features and mechanics that help to better build a world that I want to build. But the tool set in Fallout 76 is pretty solid. And if they rolled out some kind of private servers and the ability to mod those servers and just have a small area where you and your friends could play and not have to worry about John Penis coming in and shooting you, then, or worse, completely destroying everything you built by building something on top of it while you were logged out. I think that would be a better experience. I don't know if that's the game that I want, but I think it would be an improvement. Yeah, I've had a pretty rough experience with Fallout 76.
I'm glad you finally got to say your piece on it, because I know you've been holding that in for a long time. I don't want to play needed an outlet.
Maybe if someone wants to play with me, I might play it, but that's the only excuse I can find to bring myself to open it up at this point.
Scott, I cherished the hour that we had together, and I don't think I want to dive into it again.
Well, I believe there are other things you might want to dive into.
I agree. There are some other things that I've been wanting to dive into.
You played a lot of games. You got like 2 more here. Do you want to talk real quick about Celeste?
Yeah, Celeste is exactly as good as everyone's been saying it has been. I was kind of skeptical because I was like, oh, a little platforming game. At the beginning of this year came out, and everyone's like, wow, so fun and very hard. And I was like, all right, I'm ready for another kind of like Cuphead game where it's just a short frolic through something that's very difficult. And that part was completely correct. It is extremely difficult. And any time that you get past like one jumping puzzle, it's like, oh, I feel like I just ran a marathon. And then it goes immediately to the next screen, which is another one. You're just like, bring it. I'm ready. Let's get it. Let's get this bread. Let's get these strawberries. And then you you feel like you're climbing a mountain, and that's exactly the story to Celeste. Is you're just a girl climbing a mountain, and you don't know why you're doing it, and you're hoping by the time you get to the top, you do. And that has been just such a succinct story that it's been grabbing me, and I feel like I'm gonna beat it like the very next time I play it, because it doesn't seem like it's as long as it might actually be. Maybe it's just kind of that mountain feeling where you always feel like the peak is just right at your grasp. But every character you meet is delightful. And the part that I was not expecting was that every level and the musical selection and all the characters you meet along the way all match perfectly and are super varied. Whenever I would watch live streams of it, it would be like, all right, Snowy Mountain, still on that dang mountain. It's still a snowy mountain. It's like, nope. There's houses you go into, there's blue areas, there's red areas, there's green, grassy areas. It's like, oh, great.
That's cool.
So that's been a blast, and I can't wait to like get all the way into it so that I can have a more fully formed thing. And the last game that I was playing, I've been playing Forza. I picked it up yesterday on Black Friday deals.
Nice.
And so I finally,
how's it?
I didn't get to rejoin Scott for Fallout, but I do get to rejoin Zach and the gang for Forza. And I forgot that I put as my license plate for all of my cars, it just says Crank Hog. And so I loaded up Forza and it loaded all my stuff up, and I just had all of my cars. My nice little Lambo just says Crank Hog, and I'm like, fucking Solon, really? And
I would be happy about that. I wouldn't get mad at myself. I'd be like, nice, dude.
Hell yeah.
Never stop being a child. I'm literally the worst, I guess. And so Forza's been awesome. It's still fantastic. And I finally got to play multiplayer for the first time last night, where just me and Krill Factor of the GameZone.zone and Tovlestein fame got to just bump cars. I did not realize that if you got into a group together that you could that it made the cars physical. So it only makes sense, but all other times, cars are ghosts in that game. You're just driving around in ghost car zone, which is spooky, but also kind of cool. And then...
Have you 69'd with any cars yet?
No, I got a really good shot of me trying to go over a speed zone as fast as I could, but I tripped right before it, and so I'm at the gate, and my car is like vertically pointing into the cement. And Krill's like,
nice.
You didn't do that one right. That's... not the direction that they're testing your speed, friend. I did not 69 the car, but I did 69 the speed trap zone. So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
My internet was cutting out a little bit, so I might have missed my chance to say something. But it's really cool to hear that you're enjoying Celeste. That's like one of my favorite games from this year.
Oh, really?
I think. Absolutely, yeah. It's funny. I haven't beaten it yet. I think I'm still on the last level, and then I got distracted and need to go back. But it's a really, really just tight, wonderful, fluid experience that I just really
Janie,
love
I'm in
playing.
the third world and I'm sweating already.
The third? Oh boy!
It's only going to get
Buddy,
worse
you are
from
not
here.
You are not as far as you think you are.
The peak looks like it's right there.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Janie.
Hopefully,
welcome.
Hopefully you can scale that mountain.
I believe in you.
There's this character that shows up in just like right at the front of the second zone. It's like the first person that you meet that's like, all right, this is going to be a person that is going to be with me as a recurring character on this journey. And they just are like, I come from a mythical world, a foreign land you've never heard of, and it's called Seattle. And I was like, yeah, that is exactly what it feels like.
I love him so much.
He's a precious, precious person.
All the characters in that game are so, so good.
Yeah, I like Madeline.
Also, shout out to Lena Raine with the amazing soundtrack.
Hell yeah.
It's so, so good.
So it sounds like you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I've been playing really fun, great games that are Well received and
Yeah,
well
you've been
regarded.
playing good games. Yeah. I have been playing, on the other hand, something you might have heard of. This is going to be a weird thing to talk about, especially this late in the year, because this game has come out, and I'm sure a lot of people's opinions on it have already been, out there. But I've been finding myself like genuinely enjoying WWE 2K19.
Oh, really?
Like, so I play it. I play these games a lot as like a normal unwindy thing.
When the Fallout 76 browser isn't inciting you enough,
yeah,
you could just make some goddamn wrestlers that bounce off each other.
Totally. But yeah, no. I've been finding myself like leaning towards it as, oh, this is the thing I'm going to do today because I want to do it, instead of I need to do something while I have the show playing. Or otherwise my hands are going to be mad at me and start looking at Twitter and completely covering up the page that has the video open that I'm trying to watch. But like, I genuinely think that WWE 2K19 is probably the most positive addition to the series yet. Like, So I've been wanting to talk about it in a couple different forms. I haven't had a chance to, for various reasons, mainly because, like, I don't know how many people genuinely want to listen to it or read about it. I planned on doing a review, but I didn't feel like, at the time, I didn't feel like a review would really work. And then at another point, I was like, okay, I'm going to write a long piece about its story specifically, but then that piece didn't really form together in the way I wanted it to. But I feel like my opinions on this have really coalesced. So I think the thing that people might be interested in most is the My Career, which is this very strange, new, unique story, which involves going to alternate dimensions. Some shit happens in that.
Oh my god.
And it's like, I genuinely don't think it's that good, but the times at which it tries something completely new and wild are so interesting to me that I want to see more of that and less of having to spend like 3 months on SmackDown, like fighting Bobby Roode for some reason.
My understanding of the My Career is that it's kind of based on the Madden and the other games where you're simulating the life and career of an athlete. But this sounds like it doesn't quite do that.
No. It's definitely part that. Like, it's part that you start originally as an independent wrestler.
Oh,
and
wow. Okay.
You work for an independent promotion for a while, which is, pretty cool.
That's unprecedented in WWE games. They don't want to talk about that kind of stuff usually.
No, they usually just like start you off in the performance center and then you wrestle on NXT for a bit. But instead it's like you start on the indies and then like your little indie promotion starts getting in trouble with the WWE for different reasons. You as a character actually almost got signed, but then you get into a fight in a parking lot with a fan, and then Triple H is like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Holy shit, that's
Why
great.
would you do that literally when you get signed? And then they just take away the contract that they offered to you.
Whoa.
So you have like this whole chapter where you're working through the indies. Eventually, like, I don't want to talk too much about it specifically. I say spoilers, like I'm going to be spoiling this, but it's more like, I don't think the story of that is that interesting. I genuinely think it's cool, and there's like very different elements to it. They genuinely try to tell an interesting story within this framework. But that indie section is easily the best part of the game. It's really cool. There's so many interesting bits in it. But then once you get signed by WWE, it just kind of goes downhill because you're in WWE now. So instead of having this weird story where you're like struggling and you're in this other independent promotion and you have this best friend character. Oh my God, this dude kicks so much ass. There's this incredible best friend character during the independent section named Cole Quinn who keeps coming up with weird esoteric ideas for a gimmick and then just like telling them to you in the hopes that you'll like it. And he's so good and perfect and supportive. He's too good for this game.
Wow, this almost sounds inspired. Like, this sounds like whoever was writing this is like...
That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, there's genuine moments of inspiration in this. And, like, it's bogged down by this awful, like, bog standard WWE type storyline where it's like, oh, guess you have to fight John Cena now for some reason. Ooh, blah, blah, blah. But, like, the moments where you're talking to Cole Quinn and he's just like, all right, I got an idea. What if my name is Black Hole Cole because I'm blacker than anything else in the universe and nothing can escape my grasp? It's like, I love you, buddy. There's one part after, like, right when you get signed, he sends you, like, 8 text messages all full of ideas.
That's awesome.
He's excellent. Like, this is a great character. And then because they immediately move away from, like, a nice, interestingly well-written character to people, like, actual literal people in WWE, they don't have the interesting writing anymore because everyone is now just spouting their catchphrases and they're just like doing the same dumb shit they would normally do in WWE, and it's all kayfabe, and like, you know, no one's actually like really being a person in it. And it's so weird. It's not good. But then as you keep playing, you come to another chapter. And this chapter starts with Bray Wyatt, who is very,
he's a wizard.
What's the best way to put it? Yeah, he's a wizard. He's very well known in the world as like a dark and sinister character who can do weird magical things. He's a swamp wizard.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, he's like a gimmick wise, he's like a bayou preacher. But he used to have like an actual convent of people who would surround him, but now he's just kind of a weirdo by himself.
Okay, there's the swamp wizard wrestler, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
This is all important. So Bray Wyatt eventually confronts your character, who is just a piece of shit. He sucks so much. This main character is so bad. He's literally the idea of what every teenage boy thinks is a cool wrestler in WWE. It's like, what if I just said all the weird smark opinions? Or, like, what if I said John Cena was a part-timer? It's so stupid. And then, like, Bray Wyatt comes to you and he's like, you ain't shit. Here's the thing. You're actually really self-centered because you don't give a shit about Cole. And it's like, yeah, this character does not give a shit about his actual friend. And then Bray Wyatt drugs you.
What?
He drugs you with gas. And then he takes you, and he kidnaps you. He literally kidnaps you, and you're having weird visions in his shitty swamp about Triple H who hates you, and this other character that's like pretty important. I haven't really talked about it that much, probably not going to on this podcast, but like you're having weird swamp visions until eventually you fight Bray Wyatt at his house. And then when you actually like get away from him, you just set his house on fire.
Wait. No!
And then as a response, he sets your van on fire.
That's equal, okay.
Because the character lives out of their van. It's a whole thing.
Oh no.
He's like trying to take away your life. And then
how is that legal? You just fought a fan and got fired from your job, but this guy's burning vehicles. You're burning houses.
And then your friend Finn Balor is like, hey, listen, here's the thing. This guy sucks, but he's also a fucking monster. There's a way we can take care of him. I know we can beat him, but we're gonna have to do things a little differently. And then he introduces you to Matt Hardy. And if you know anything about Matt Hardy nowadays, you know that he's amazing. And Matt Hardy in this game is easily one of the best new characters in a video game. Because he introduces you to Matt Hardy, who's doing like the wild gimmick, Woken gimmick he's been doing like in WWE, the same one he did in TNA. And he's just like, listen, I know how we can beat Bray Wyatt. You just need to find your former self. And the way we do that is we go to another universe.
You have to find your inner demon or something?
You travel to another universe with Bray Wyatt. And then you find you actually need to confront your inner demons in order to manifest them as part of yourself. Which becomes like a similar body paint that Finn Balor has. which leads to the weird implication that Finn Balor has done the same thing.
So, like, it's now just a common thing that other wrestlers go to an alternate dimension to fight their inner demons so that they can manifest them in the real world?
Only Finn Balor has done it.
I have a distinct memory of you, like, of this is a few weeks ago, I think when you were first playing through this, and I am, like, it's at, like, 2 a.m., and I'm playing through, like, the first, I'm playing Destiny 2 through, like, the first few levels or whatever, and you're explaining all of this to me. It really is stunning how the WWE 2K19 lore is somehow more dense and strange than the Destiny 2 lore that I was currently learning.
We need a WWE 2K19 grimoire, is what you're saying. One of the main... I mentioned this the last time I talked about WWE on this podcast. One of the main primary characters of the My Career mode is a character that has existed solely in past My Career modes.
What? Jesus.
Absurd.
Oh my god.
That's just amazing, because that also all sounds like the main character's trying to wrestle against imposter syndrome. And
I wouldn't go that far. It's not that deep. Okay. But at the same time, especially because like the character after doing this does not actually learn anything from it. He's just the character is a shithead. He sucks so bad. He sucks in the beginning, he sucks through the middle, he sucks to the end.
Great story. A real redemption arc.
But he does have to confront his inner demons at some point. And then he wears, well, you can choose what costume to wear, but there's one that's clearly the right choice. But yeah, they do some really wild inspired things with the My Career mode, and it's like, I think it's not worth playing. I think you can go out of your way to like maybe check out like a let's play of it, or like just watch the cutscenes, because actually playing it is a different thing and it takes forever, and I spent too much time on that as it is. But what I'm actually really, really enjoying from 2K19, because I've beaten that. That's in the past. What I've enjoyed about WWE 2K19 lately is it is a game that very genuinely understands that its past games have a lot of issues, and it tries to remedy them as much as possible. Like, I have been constantly wowed by how often I'll run into something that is like a wild arcane issue that these games have had for a while, and it's just fixed in this one. Like, in Universe, you're able to like put people in teams and like technically give people managers, but they never actually showed up in rivalries, which are the main storylines and stuff. But in this, you can actually there's a new feature called Manager Assign, where it's just like, hey, no matter what you do, this person will just always come out with your character. So you never have to worry about like teams getting split up or something, or like, Andrade Cien Almas not coming out with Selena Vega. Like, she'll always come out with him. Or like Paul Heyman will always come out with Brock Lesnar. And it's like, that's really cool. I really wish there was something like this in the past. Or these games had other similar problems where, say you downloaded way too many logos because you downloaded like 800 characters, and you hit your max for logos, and you can't download anything else. So you got to go through and delete some stuff. In the past, you had to go through and look for every single logo that was titled "not used," and then individually select them through like 1,000 logos total. It's like a totally like needlessly mind-boggling process. And in this, it's just, hey, we now have a button that you can press, and it'll just delete every single one that's not used for you. And it's like, oh, thank you.
That's awesome.
That's useful. Like, every single time it feels like you're about to hit like a wildly bad design decision, they've considered it, and it's been a positive. And I just am so refreshed by it. Like, I've never had these many positive experiences with a WWE game before.
That reminds me, we had the stream that we did together of WWE 2K19 on Wednesday, and we had a lot of awesome matches that happened, and it was a really fun time. And the thing that actually surprised me the most was there were a couple of times when you were like, hey, let me just go download this thing real quick. Oh, here, let me just go change this thing real quick. And I was like hesitantly about to be like, Scott, just don't do that. And because I'm used to WWE 2K having long loading times and having all of these like things that you ask for that you just want to change real quick to be like really long processes. Where it's like, oh, I just want to make two people be in a tag team together and have them always be there, is like, all right, I got to go through like 4 or 5 steps just to do this simple thing. And you just, whoop, done.
Yeah. It's very well considered.
Yeah.
There's so many nice new things in it. And a lot of it, between games, they usually try to do like one big mechanical change, and in this one, it's there is one, but it's not like that huge. I mean, it's important, but it's like it's not like, oh, we added a brand new system to the gameplay where you're carrying people now, and you can like toss them around and do different moves. No, they added this payback system, which is just like an extra bar that has abilities on it that you can use. And it's like, and they're the same abilities that you were able to use in the past, but now they're recontextualized in this way of like, okay, here's your level 1 ability and here's your level 2. And it's, for the most part, it's really easy and handy and nice to have. And you can switch paybacks before matches, which is very useful if you're like trying to pick like, okay, I know this ability isn't going to be helpful in this match, but it'll probably be, like, I can probably use this one.
Oh, wow.
There's also like one payback that's like, for 90% of matches, easily the most useful one. But if you don't want that, you can replace it with like, the ability to do low blows on people, or the ability to use poison mist, or the one that I showed off in the stream that you were absolutely blown away by, the ability to teleport behind someone.
God, the instant transmission of Goku.
Hell yes.
So you just have like a lot of these fun mechanics on top of the normal WWE gameplay. It's just really nice. It's nice and it's streamlined and it works, and all of the wild bugs about it seem totally fine now. I've had a very positive experience with this game so far. I think there's some stuff they definitely didn't need. I think the Daniel Bryan showcase is a little like I like Daniel Bryan. I like playing through his old matches, but they feel very, what's the best way of putting it? It feels like a very hollow experience. You're not quite getting the same nostalgia factor as maybe some of the other ones.
Do you feel like
that they've done in the
experience
past.
of the American Dragon drags on?
No, I don't think it's too long, but it's just like the matches that they pick are very weird, and they have this interesting interstitial thing where Daniel Bryan is there sitting there with you. He's just like, okay, here's how my career went, and it's like, oh, that's kind of a neat idea, but it's this weird WWE produced thing where he's just like talking in kayfabe the whole time, and he's like it's very like straightforward and not actually talking about anything interesting, where it's like, and this is when this happened, and this is when this happened, instead of like, oh, here's an interesting part of my career. This happened, and this is how I felt about it personally at the time. It's just more like very matter of fact in a very hollow way. Huh. Like some of the matches they pick are very strange too. One of them is a match on Raw where you remember when he had that weird time where he was with the Wyatt family for no reason.
Old Wizard Wyatt back at it again.
Yeah. He was a Wyatt boy. So just like you have the match where he was teaming with Bray Wyatt to fight the Usos in a cage match. Huh. And then after that he turns and he's like, I'm now normal Daniel Bryan again. And it's like, I don't know why that needed to be a match, but whatever. Most people would rather forget that time happened. But no.
I had a broader question, sort of like
sure.
on this. Do you feel like, so it sounds like in this game is very, very committed to like being in kayfabe in this world, like leaning into these like, you know, ridiculous personas and all that. Do you feel like both with like obviously the My Career and both with, you know, this, you know, showcase mode and with like the like weird instant transmission superpower bullshit, do you feel like overall that like helps the game, or would you like rather it be a little bit like pulled back, a little bit more realistic in terms of like the storylines you're going through or whatever, or do you feel like that it's supported by the you know kayfabe?
I don't know, because the kayfabe elements of it only really exist in like there's particular story modes where like you're playing as Daniel Bryan or you're playing My Career. I think something that where it was like a little bit more like, hey, listen, we know you know what's up. Let's not be coy about it. Would be like a little more interesting. And as far as the way the game plays, I don't think it really informs it that much, because the game is a lot of things to a lot of different people. I am really interested in playing simulation wrestling, which is like, hey, me and someone I know are gonna have a match with each other, and we're not gonna like fight each other. We're gonna like try and put on a good wrestling match. Like that kind of stuff is fun. That's not something most people do, but it's like a way you can play the game, and the game supports that with a lot of different mechanics. There is a mechanic where you can just break out of, like, you can break the pin that's currently happening. Like, your opponent doesn't have to break out of it. You can just do it for them, and it'll still animate like they're breaking out.
Oh, that is really helpful, because the mini game is really difficult for getting out of pins.
But it's just like, it's this thing where it's acknowledging the fact that you're communicating with another person, and we're trying to do this thing together. And you can do that with AI as well. And it's like, oh, I don't want to beat this AI just yet, but I don't want to just like get off of them. Like, do the breakout animation. Do it for fun, just because you want to. So you have those options available to you, but also you can make a Minecraft character if you want. There are bodies that exist. There are bodies that are like Minecraft style bodies that you can have fighting each other. I tried to get one for the stream. But for some reason, I can't download any off of Community Creations. I could make one, but I did not want to make anyone.
Right.
It seemed like too much of a task. But it's like, I went on there and you could find Minecraft Steve, and it looks exactly like Minecraft Steve. It just wouldn't let me download it because it's bugged. But hopefully they'll fix that, because I want Minecraft Steve. Or, you know, there's Goku. It can be a game where Goku fights John Cena, and that's totally fine. Or it can be the game where, you know, The Undertaker's fighting Kane for the last time ever. You know, it has a lot of accessibility. It can be so many different things to so many different people. I usually play the universe mode. I try to keep it like fairly grounded in reality of like, okay, here are the people that I think can like wrestle now that I enjoy seeing, or like maybe I'll grab a couple legends but not all of them and be like, hey, maybe I'll put Batista back in here, and then I'll go find some like indie stars and I'll also put them in there because I like playing as them as well. Like, download some custom ones, you know? Download custom indie stars. Because, you know, WWE isn't going to acknowledge them. WWE isn't going to put Kenny Omega in. But but like they have a bunch of Kenny Omega's moves. You can make a really good Kenny Omega if you want.
That's awesome.
So you have those, you have those options available to you, and it's just, it's fine. Like, I when I've done reviews of these games before, I've usually rated them 2 stars because they never felt like they got any better. If I did review this game now, I would probably give it 3 stars because I've actually genuinely enjoyed a good portion of
They
it.
did it!
I feel like it is I feel like it is actually finally a genuine improvement.
Most improved award goes to...
3 whole stars.
That should actually be a Game of the Year category. That sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how I feel about WWE 2K19. I will never talk about it again.
We're free.
We should do some quick news and then move into questions. What is this that you wanted to talk about with Smash music? Solomon?
It's been just an awesome day today because all of the Smash music got leaked today. And I don't know if any of you heard in the GameZone.zone, but we've just been posting bangers all day on the Smash page. And so
let me be real. I avoid Smash Bros. Domain so hard.
I completely understand.
I don't even hate Smash Bros. I'm very excited to play it, but the way y'all talk about it is too much to me.
We talk about it too much, and my goal, which was totally broken last week, was to talk about Smash every week until it existed, and then never talk about it again. But it was really awesome because just every single song they've remixed, there's just like 30 or so songs that we just got to hear today that are full remixes. They're all brand new, and they all sound super disco-y. That's like Nintendo's thing now, is like jazzy, funky disco hits. They are just slapping the bass really hard on every one of these tracks.
Maybe that's like a theme for the game, is like trying to make it a little bit more disco-y.
Because that's what Mario Kart did. Mario Kart 8 had this like really like funky kind of dun 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 dun. And now all of these like remakes, they're remaking old like Melee songs, and they've got the 4-side track from Earthbound, and the menu music is all just this syncopated, really dancey, funky music. And it's awesome. It's really cool. I've just been having a blast. For the first time, I've finally found a use for those extended remix versions of video game songs. Because these actually loop really well. That they're designed to be like that. They're designed to be played for 15 minutes if a match runs that long. And yeah, I think my favorite is still the Gangplank King K. Rool song. But yeah, they all just got leaked today, and it was kind of funny watching all of the YouTubers literally racing each other to put these up. And if you go to some of the videos have like comments in the description of the video, like, "Ha, beat you to it, Crunchy."
Jesus fucking Christ.
So that's been fun. I've just wanted to note that the new Smash thing right this week is that all the music is available now, and they're all bangers. And so, yeah,
neat.
Also, if we don't mention Smash once per episode, we actually get fired.
I will risk.
I'm here to protect all of you.
Thank you, Solid.
You don't know how much I don't want to talk about Smash anymore. Speaking of things that aren't Smash, No Man's Sky had a pretty substantial update. The Visions update 1.75. So this one adds a lot of like visual elements. There's a lot of just new aesthetic stuff. That seems to be the running theme of it. There's new biomes. There are new creatures, just new things just hanging around. I'm looking at their website, and there's a GIF right now of the GIF that's showing off their creature is one that's like following the player, but it's like only existing underground, and only its spikes are coming up. Ooh. And it's like, oh, that's dope. They added a lot more greenery, a lot nicer water, different types of water. This screenshot they're showing has water that's a nice pink hue. They added more atmospheric elements, including rainbows. But there are also some gameplay elements as well. You can now collect trophies off the world from, like, exotic planets. Like, different artifacts that you can collect that can be claimed as trophies. There is now an element of archaeology to it as well, with a lot more different types of planets to explore. There's a lot more stuff that you can find, like, under the surface. Like, extra, like, ancient alien bones or things along those lines.
That's the part that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
To have context to the worlds that you're kind of getting all colonial on. I think that's going to be really genuinely helpful.
I wouldn't call what No Man's Sky does as colonial.
Colonizing on the...
I think like that actually fits the idea of like space camping way better than Fallout 76 ever will.
Terrestrializing is probably the right word for it. You know, making it livable for people.
There's now a lot of stuff that exists simply to be salvaged. A bunch of extra salvageable parts, like the examples they give here, like some things like you can find like a tank from a fallen satellite, and you can just scrap that for extra stuff. You know, it's fine. A new thing they call storm crystals.
Okay, storm crystals.
Though, let me just read what it says here. Those who endure the hazardous storms that blast extreme planets can seek out precious new crystal treasures. I think that's what my mom is into. That and horoscopes.
Precious new crystal treasures coming from the storms that blast the planet side.
There's now more varied hazardous flora, and then this is the one that is the most interesting to me. Is now there are sentient minerals.
What?
They keep coming up with these terms, and it's like, oh, this is just a free associative nightmare. So the gift they show is like there's just a normal rock in the ground, like the same kind of rock you would break down normally. The player character shoots that rock springs legs and just runs away.
Yo!
That rules!
Hell yes!
There's
some like Monty Python shit.
Hell yes.
Yeah, it really seems like they're trying to go for the idea of like, you don't know what's going to happen when you play this, which is really neat. There's now shared community mission progress. Like, if you're in a community with people, it's a new one. Okay. If you're in a community with people, there's a research mission that allows explorers to share progress and work towards a common goal.
Oh, good. Finally. Okay. That was something I was actually really looking towards.
Like when we streamed it and I had to do all the intro missions.
Yep.
Right.
That would have been helpful.
And it looks like the last new change they have are crashed freighters are now procedurally generated. Instead of like, if you see a crashed freighter, it's like the same freighter you'll always see. Huh. It's like an actual thing now with a bunch of different configurations. And then they have a bunch of patch notes here that I'm not going to list off, but those seem like a lot of the big changes to No Man's Sky in the Visions update that you can play now, I believe.
Seems really cool.
It's out now. Solon, the Steam Link, what happened?
What happened to the Steam Link? It's canceled. Steam Link is done.
Why?
I figure for Valve reasons. Just some Valve think was like, maybe hardware's not the direction we really want to invest in anymore. I'm not sure if it was something that just didn't sell as well as they expected, but I do know that anytime they have these massive sales for it, which the Steam Link seems to be, it's like $3 or something right now, not including shipping and handling, that every time they do one of these big sales, it just flies right off the shelf. They always they send out so many of these, and so now it's a legitimate like Black Friday deal that a lot of folks are going to. The big Black Friday deals hardware-wise for this year are like sound bars for TVs, smart plugs and smart bulbs to light your house with your smartphone, and Steam Link, which the Steam Link is just a way to use Ethernet to link your computer to your TV, to like your living room TV. And so we have a Steam Link. We had it connected to our living room TV, and we just used it if we didn't want to go use our computers, which are currently in the garage. We just, hang out in the living room, turn the computer on there, and it just mirrors to the computer in the garage, and we can run it from there. It's awesome. It's way more powerful than you expect.
It also doubles as like a controller dongle, so you can actually be able to play just like you don't need a mouse and keyboard there. You can just play and not have to worry about it.
And it actually legitimizes the Steam Big Picture mode, which is not fun to have happen automatically on your computer, but when it's applied to the Steam Link, it's like, oh, this actually makes sense now.
That's weird. It's weird that it got canceled. Like I can see it. Like I can see why they would. You say it's a big seller, but I saw that thing get on sale like drastically. The initial price for it is like a tad expensive, isn't it? Oh yeah, and it dropped down in a lot of these Steam sales to like $10. Yep, like to nothing. I have to really wonder how much of those actually sold. If it didn't do so well. I know a lot of the other, out of all their other hardware things that they were really trying to sell, like the Steam boxes, the Steam Link seemed like probably the best thing you were going to get out of that.
Yep. It's final price. So it's currently out of stock, finally with a note, but its final price was down to $2.50.
They're just shipping it out. They're just getting rid of all of them.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I think it's mostly for production reasons. It doesn't feel like they're going to make like a second one and they're just trying to get rid of all of them.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like they're just done with hardware.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Especially with Artifact on the way,
my God.
They got to focus more on they got to focus on the digital stuff. God, Artifact looks so bad. We can't get into it though.
I don't have the full details, but man, it makes me so sad.
It sounds like they tried to do the thing where, the thing everyone loves about trading card games, which is spending money on them. Mm-hmm. It sounds like they very much built their economy around the idea that the real magic of a trading card game is not actually playing it; it's just spending money on it. And I don't like it.
It feels so much like I played trading cards for a number of years, and it feels like an idea that would have come out like 10 years ago. Like it feels like it's like such a weird direct port of like what a physical card game is in terms of what you're paying for, but without any sense. Like I don't see how you can make this game post Hearthstone, right? Like post this new model. Like I literally don't understand how you sit down to make a trading card game and just ignore every lesson that Hearthstone taught to the industry as a whole. Like I don't understand how this even happened.
Well, one of the major design leads on it is the dude who designed Magic. Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
So I can imagine why they would want to ignore Hearthstone.
God, I need to finish that article on Magic the Gathering Arena because Jesus.
I haven't touched it. I think Crimball sent me a code for it and I haven't touched it at all. But I totally would. I like Magic. I haven't played Magic in a while. And it sounds like it's not making you pay for the individual cards. That you actually need to play the game.
Oh,
it is not.
Artifact's definitely going to do that.
I can talk a little bit. It's not on the sheet, but I can talk a little bit about Magic the Gathering Arena.
Yeah, go for it.
So I put some time into it over the beta. I think it's still in beta, hasn't fully come out yet. But so it's definitely taking the like Hearthstone model of in terms of like payment. Like you get free cards. And you can there'll be new challenges that'll pop up either daily or weekly, and they'll give you they'll give you new packs over time, and the challenges are constantly coming up. They'll give you either new packs or coins, which you can then turn into buy new packs with. And they're like coming up so frequently, and they're pretty easy to get through that you actually like, it does feel like you're getting new cards fairly like easily. Like I don't really envision myself spending money on the game itself unless it's like for a draft or something like that, which is actually pretty nice. And the other thing that I really like is that so as you're going through the like opening few sections, opening few hours, you'll be like every once in a while unlocking a whole new deck that'll be like a new dual color deck that'll like introduce you to some mechanics.
That's cool.
Yeah, so the actual like card collecting feels really, really good. And there's something just about like the visual design of the like library itself, where you just have all of your cards with all their cool art, that really just makes me like nostalgic. And like Magic Gathering was like the card game I played when I was little, growing up. And so it really like tugs on that nostalgia in a way, of that feeling of like just collecting a whole bunch of things and like tinkering with decks and things like that.
There's a really cool, sorry to cut you off. There's like a really cool like deck builder feature in that game that's just a notepad, and then what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to copy the text of a deck build, and then you just put it in there, and it'll just have that deck available to you in game. And that's so wild.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's cool. I would say what's frustrating about it is that it is still Magic the Gathering. It is a 30-year-old game.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons I don't play anymore, is because of power creep.
Is that
it's just there's so much of it. The game I played when I was younger that I still have decks for is not the same game people play now.
Yeah, absolutely. And that like the fact that it was not like, unlike, so it is trying so hard to like there are so many little things, little design choices that just like feel like they're emulating Hearthstone. But the problem comes is that the game itself was not built to be in, like Magic the Gathering wasn't built to be played online like Hearthstone was. And so like just once you get into the concept of like instants, for instance,
here's the thing. I also know where you're coming from on these, because like I watched Stu play a little bit of it. I watched Stu play a little bit of it when he was playing. I don't think he plays it much anymore now. But instance seemed like a huge issue, because the way Magic handles it is, it's a bit of a like poker face kind of thing, where you're kind of not supposed to let off that maybe you have instants, and then you just like, you play them as you can when they come out. And, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has similar rules. And it has a similar problem with cards you can play at any time, where every single time you can activate that card, it just stops the entire game.
Absolutely.
Until you say, no, I don't want to play this.
Exactly. So like when you get into like the actual rules of the card game Magic, what instants do is that it basically like you segments your entire turn is suddenly has to be segmented into specific steps. And each of those steps has like different rules for like how you are going to resolve, what order things go in, basically. So you have a very strict order. And so when you port that into a game, it is like what you said, right? Like every time you have to like pause at the end of each and every step and say, nope, okay, let's go. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Which just feels so frustrating to like constantly have to be checking in. Like I can't tell you how many rounds I have like sat there for 20 seconds before I realized that no, it's not my opponent is actually waiting on me to click this little button down in the corner, which just sucks. It just totally breaks the flow of play.
I saw that and was like, these games really need just like a stop time button,
Yeah.
Where it's like, if you want to interrupt a play, you just have the option to do that, and you have like maybe 30 seconds to actually make your play, instead of like having to follow this adherent structure of, okay, this phase is passed. Are you sure you want to play? You don't want to play an instant? Okay, well, we're going to pass this phase. Are you sure you don't want to play an instant? And it's like, it's such a nightmare. I don't know why like that as a thing that's persisted, not just in Yu-Gi-Oh, but also in Magic games.
Yeah. I mean, it's weird because it's something that's like fine at a table, because when you're like at a table, you just interrupt them, right? Like you just say, oh, nope, I'm going to do this. And there's like that lenience there. But with like a strict game, there's no lenience that's possible. So it's just, it's frustrating.
You could also see like people abusing that as well and just like trolling, but
yeah, absolutely.
It's such a nightmare.
Like just waiting out your opponent is like a totally valid like move.
And I've had people do that to me when I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Online. Ugh. Just like, hey, I'm going to do a thing. Oh, am I going to activate this? Am I going to activate it? Well, you'll have to find out. And then the timer ends and it's like, guess I didn't activate it. I know Hearthstone has similar mechanics, but it's not nearly as bad about it. I think Hearthstone actually does have something along those lines. Feel free to correct me or
I don't think
take my shit as bullshit.
Hearthstone, the way it's designed, unless they've changed the rules, which is totally possible. Like when I played it, Hearthstone as it's designed is that it's like strictly segmented. So like you do something.
Everything is like on your turn.
Yeah, you have a whole turn. You do everything on your turn. You go to the next, your opponent does their whole turn and you're going back and forth like that.
But I definitely had similar instances of like, this person has done everything they're doing this turn. And they have another 2 minutes on their clock.
Yeah.
So,
I think Hearthstone's usually better because I think the timer changes depending on if they're inactive or not. And also, when the timer ends, it like fully ends their turn. Whereas in Magic, it'll just go to the next round, which restarts the timer. Which isn't great.
It's very frustrating when it happens. And I know I have accidentally done it to people as well. Because I had when I was at my last job, I would find myself with a lot of time to like play games because it was like, it's a kind of job where it's like there's a lot of free time, but you have to make sure you're there to attend to things. So what would often happen is like, it's great for mobile games. It's great for stuff like Fire Emblem or not Dragalia. I never got a chance to play Dragalia, but it's great for like Fire Emblem or like RPGs or even like Tetris when I can just pause the game and then come back to it. It's not great for games online like Hearthstone where maybe someone came to the desk when I needed to go maybe deal with something they were doing while it was my turn. So I just kind of waited for a little bit and then let it pass. So, I can see that happening to other people as well, but maybe don't play Hearthstone at work. I don't know. Yeah, I like Magic a lot. I would love to get back into it someday, but maybe the time has passed.
I'm just over here listening. I don't have much to say about Magic the Gathering as a game, but it is really funny to me that we immediately went from talking about Steam to talking about the card game that's coming out to talking about Wizards of the Coast because they are all related.
That's how it goes.
And because Wizards of the Coast is a part of literally every video game that gets made in Seattle. So like there's reasons why these things happen, and it's just because everyone here has worked on Magic the Gathering. And so, I like last week I was one of the Discords I was in, just the community manager came over because it was a Seattle based group, and she was like, hey, I'm looking for streamers to play Magic the Gathering online. And I was grabbed her by the ear and I was just like asking the most important question I know of. Is there any way to play Magic the Gathering but without the other players, without cards, and it's just a dating sim where I can flirt with planeswalkers? And she said, that's a great question. And that's it.
Well, speaking of smooth transitions, Janie, do you want to talk to us a little bit about Bad Cupid?
Sure. You cut out right when you said what you were saying, but I'm going to assume you said Bad Cupid.
You probably know what I asked.
Probably. Sure.
You know what I want.
I know what you want.
Janie, tell me about it.
Tell me the secrets.
So I'm going to talk about Bad Cupid.
Yes.
Yeah, so Kitfox Games, which is a really cool indie studio. They did Moon Hunters, which is one of my favorite games, actually. And they're working on a new game right now called Boyfriend Dungeon, which is like a roguelike dating sim.
Yes,
where you
I've heard of that.
Date your swords, and it's really good. Yeah, they just sort of like out of nowhere announced this new project, which is called Bad Cupid, which is they described it as or what do we say? It's like the Salty Bet, but for dating sims.
For dating sims, yeah.
Which rules. Salty Bet, if you don't know, is this like online fighting game thing. We watched a lot in the Chooch chat sometimes. Gamezone.zone.
We've been doing it a lot more lately for some reason. I don't know why. It's just like we usually watch like YouTube videos together, but now instead of that, we just watch Salty Bet because it's on.
It's
like what
it's
else
super
are you
fun.
gonna...
It's a Salty Bet. You like watch these like fighting game matches, all like AIs, and you basically bet on the outcomes. And you like get virtual currency depending on if you win the bet or lose the bet. And so this new project called Bad Cupid is a similar idea, but instead of watching fighting game matches, you are watching procedurally generated dates from random characters. So for instance, right now I just went over to the stream, which is live right now, and it is Sherlock Holmes and Heckbane on a date. They're all characters from like different little indie games or from history or literature.
Real quick, what's the link to that?
The link to that is mixer.com/badcupid. Is the link. They're doing a whole ring of test streams this weekend over this Thanksgiving weekend. But they'll be doing more in the future. It's super. I tuned in for some of them. It's super goofy.
I'm trying to find it, but I can't.
Mixer.com/badcupid. Here, I can.
That didn't work.
It didn't work?
Maybe I spelled it wrong.
Maybe.
/badcupid. Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's super goofy. I've been watching some. It's just like very fun. All the dialogue is all just super charming and stupid and very clearly procedurally generated. I really like this. Kitfox has sort of, in my mind at least, Kitfox has a little bit of a reputation for doing like kind of weird experimental things, and this is definitely no exception. It's just super goofy and fun. It's just so all the characters have just like 5 JPEGs that they just like slowly change through. Like I just saw Abraham Lincoln just had a very dramatic zoom in on his face. But it really does just capture something that's fun about Salty Bet, about just being in this room with a bunch of other people watching this weird thing go down. With just this strange procedural dating thing.
We're watching it right now, and it's really good.
It's really good.
Abraham Lincoln is not feeling it as much as Obi, but Abraham Lincoln does really want to talk about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
He just loves Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. What can you say? It's just tune in if you can. It's super fun. And I just really love just like...
Why did that picture have color?
You know, who knows? Who could say? We just
definitely saw Abraham Lincoln in color.
Yeah, I'm just...
What?
Oh
no.
It's fine. I'm just entirely here for like game companies just trying weird shit. Just trying the weirdest ideas they can come up with and figuring something out and making it work. I'm excited to watch more of these. This is just super goofy and fun.
Oh shit!
They're gonna love each other.
No.
They loved each other all the way, but they declined.
Abraham
Lincoln turned down a kiss. Oh, Abraham's feeling it. Oh,
their energy meters are rising, and their love has maxed out.
He doesn't want to go to a movie. No, their love hasn't maxed out yet. They're so close, though. Here we go. It's happening. They won.
They won.
Abraham Lincoln and Obi are going out now.
Hell Yes.
That's great. I love that.
It's just, as you can tell by us immediately getting distracted as we record this podcast, it's super just like engrossing and engrossing and fun. So check it out if you can.
Yeah, this is cool. Reptone versus Heckbane.
Not versus.
Or no, versus. They're gonna go on a date. Okay, this seems cool. I should probably close out of it if we're gonna finish this podcast.
If we want to finish tonight at all.
I'll watch it more later.
That was awesome. I love how the meters all go up instead of in Salty Bet where you're just like watching health bars go down in ways that don't make sense. This is like health bars that
it goes back and forth.
They go back and forth, and
like,
you want them to go up all the way so that Team Love can win. That's a really fun subversion.
It's the Bachelor of the modern era.
Yeah.
It seems cool.
I've got to add all the planeswalkers to it so that I can finally make my Magic the Gathering dating sim come to life.
They take character submissions.
I hope Bokosuka Wars comes in and it's just a coin flip of whether his date works.
Whether they date or not?
Yeah.
I should submit that. That'd be excellent.
Very, very quick, Solon. Tell us about this Amazon Cyber Monday live stream.
Hey, did you know Amazon Cyber Monday has great deals on all things Amazon related, like trees and bananas and stuff like that? Snakes?
Yeah, but also Amazon is a nightmare company.
Also, Amazon is a nightmare company that's going to have a live stream about all of the Cyber Monday deals. And in the smack dab middle of it at 1 p.m., they're also going to launch the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer that is going to talk about the DLC of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Huh.
Yeah. Right just in the middle of Amazon Cyber Monday live stream, they're also going to have...
This is weird.
Yeah, we talked about it last week. Sony's not going to be at E3, but also they're totally just going to do stuff like run all of their trailers through Amazon Cyber Monday. You know, that live stream that everyone always watches every year that's never happened ever before. It's such a weird place to drop a trailer, but we're going to get Kingdom Hearts news on Amazon Cyber Monday.
That's cool.
I'm kind of excited, actually. I'll tune in for it.
Alrighty. All right, let's move on to questions. The questions are now open. If you want to send us a question, you want to send that over to videogamechoo-tumblr.com/ass. There are probably emails, but I don't have the email link. I can't look. But this first question comes in from Shoeless. Shoeless asks, with Goku's appearance in the Macy's parade, what does that mean that anime is real now?
Oh, I don't know if you all
Super
saw
Saiyans have always been real.
That's true, too. I don't know if you all saw it, but during the Macy's Day Parade, there was definitely a large inflatable Goku with bright blue hair that rose over all of New York.
I didn't watch the parade, but I had like a very great moment of just like reading Twitter while it was happening because there were so many people going like, oh man, I don't think, is Goku coming? Is Goku gonna really be here? And then eventually Goku comes up and people are immediately posting pictures of Goku going, that's Goku.
I just saw a clip of Al Roker saying, congratulations, Goku. And it made me very happy.
According to Macy's, Goku is 56 feet tall and as wide as 7 taxis. I don't think Goku is that big, but I think he is that strong. This is also the first time that a Japanese manga character has appeared in a Macy's parade.
Wow. Huh.
So cool. Cool on them. Does anime real now?
Macy's, the company, has officially recognized manga at the very least, but anime definitely. So, by Macy's lore, anime is real.
Interesting. Shoeless also wants to know, what does the Goku balloon want me to believe?
Well, if you're my father around the Thanksgiving dinner table, he was like, wait, people still like Dragon Ball? Is that a thing that people still watch? And I had to be like,
yeah, of course. Duh.
It never went
Jesus
away.
Christ.
He was like, that came along with all that Sailor Moon and Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, right? And I was like, those are different eras, Dad.
You got him.
Goku lives forever.
Yeah, he really does.
This next question comes from the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. The Mighty Mighty Bosstones asks, you're going Black Friday shopping, and you see a video game you've been wanting for a while for ridiculously cheap. But when you go to put it in your cart, a white gloved hand grabs onto the game just as you're grabbing onto it. It's Vegeta. His wrathful gaze meets your eyes. What do?
Help.
I lean in. I give him
You lean in?
I lean in. I give him a soft peck on the cheek.
Thanks, Vegeta.
I think he would genuinely get distracted by that. He would go, "What?" And then you can run away with it.
Exactly.
And then he'll like stomp his feet on the ground and go, "No! That was my copy of Fallout 76."
Do you see they're selling it for $35 already? They're like, just fucking take this game. We know it came out like a week ago, but...
Yeah, that's absurd. It sucks so much.
You know what game doesn't have that problem? Tetris Effect. That's still full price because it's a solid game.
Because people want it. People definitely want it. What game do you think you and Vegeta would both want at the same time?
I think The Sims 3 Complete Edition.
Ooh, interesting. You think he's a sim head?
I think, yes. I think he just gets like a kick out of controlling other people's lives. I think he makes like a house with like Goku and with...
He put all his friends in it.
Exactly.
He wouldn't put Krillin in, though.
No.
He forgot about Krillin.
He just totally forgot.
He does put Yamcha in, though, weirdly enough.
I'm just imagining yesterday being like putting my hand in the basket, grabbing the last like Mario Rabbids game and having him grab it and be like, Bulma asked me to get this because it's the cheapest it's ever been. Bulma's standing right behind.
No, normally Nintendo games don't go on sale.
He's explaining it exactly the way Bulma explained it to him about why it's important.
Jesus Christ.
She's just standing behind him, like tapping her foot with her hands crossed over, and she's just like, oh, don't make a scene. Don't make a scene.
Don't you fucking listen. You can't kill anyone while you're there. Come on, what if we both take the same game at the same time? No, Vegeta. Not again. Absolutely no way. Do you want one last question?
Yes, please.
Our final question comes from Krill Factor. Krill Factor asks, this week's Chooch Grand Why am I fucking up every single question? I haven't said any question right so far.
You want me to help? You want me to take over?
No, I got it. Okay. It's fine. This week's Chooch Grand Cup in WWE 2K19 was a lot to take in. There was a lot of speculation in the chat that the match between Undyne and Bowsette was actually a contract match where Undyne, Frederick Underfunny's wife, who he loves, was challenged by Bowsette to become Frederick Underfunny's new wife, who he would then presumably love instead of Undyne. Can you confirm the marital status of each of these strong competitors? Polyamory is real.
No. Well, there's that
Frederick
too.
Underfunny has two hands.
And one of them's made of metal.
One of the hands is extremely powerful. Well,
he needs that one for Bowsette.
It's the only way he can withstand her tight grasp.
I understand that there's a lot of speculation, and I might have said some things out of turn that Scott was regretful about after I'd said it. But there is one thing that we do know for sure about the marital status of Frederick Underfunny, and that is Frederick Underfunny does love his wife.
He loves his wife so much.
And that's probably the most important thing.
I think that's all that, yeah. Yeah, he loves his wife. The questions are now closed! If you want to send us a question, shoot us an email at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. I would like to thank the band Melt Channel for our song Crush off the album Magic is Real, and we would also like to ask you to check out their new project called Magic Circuit. And they have an album also called Magic Circuit. Seems pretty cool. You can also check us out on YouTube, youtube.com/VGChoochoo. Check out our Twitch streams every single Tuesday, Xchum 2, War of the Chosen, and we have like a weird stream on Wednesday that just becomes anything.
Yeah, it's a variety stream on Wednesdays.
There's a variety stream. There's a motorcycle going by. I've had a lot of like very loud cars go by this stream. This podcast. I hope Niall is not mad at me. What else is going up? We have stuff going up on this week, right?
Yes, we do. I believe Rose is going to be putting up an entire review about the new Persona Dancing All Night game.
Yes, that is correct. I'm also trying to get the streams from this week up on YouTube. The Xchum one has proven particularly difficult because that one got split into two parts as people who watch knew, and I've been trying to stitch them together, and my computer has not been happy about me trying to render a 4-hour video. So
the aliens are sabotaging us.
Yeah, the aliens are not happy about that. Or they are happy about that. They're not happy with us. So I'm trying to get that fixed as soon as possible and up on YouTube. We'll get that stuff out there. It's all up on our Twitch. You can go to twitch.com. Man, what is wrong with me today?
Don't go to that website. It will take you to bad things.
Twitch.tv/VGChoochoo. Check out our archives there. We have most everything. Some stuff isn't there. All of it's up on YouTube. Usually, that's the rule of thumb. You can find all the new stuff up on Twitch, and everything else will get added to YouTube eventually.
Hey, big news update. If you go to twitch.com/VGChoochoo, it will take you to the same place. Yeah.
Oh,
twitch.com
cool.
Just redirects tweet to TV.
That's dope. You can also check out our Discord, the GameZone.zone. Is there anything else I am forgetting?
Twitters?
I guess, yeah. I'm Socks Mahoney on Twitter.
I'm Soul&Face on Twitter.
I'm JJaffyW on Twitter.
Ooh. And it's Solon, you have a thing.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. You can find me at youtube.com/Soul&Face. If you want all those fun Let's Plays, I just Let's Play sweet games sweetly. Oh, except for lately, I've been playing The Last Remnant, which is a beautiful disaster of a game, and we don't play it sweetly. We actually play it very aggressively, and the last time we streamed it, it was just us screaming, "This game is impossible, this game is impossible, I quit." So, yeah, look out for that.
I also do comedy wrestling podcast, Wrestling on Air. We just did our speedrun episode where we did an entire podcast in 30 minutes.
Hell yes. That must be very different from this podcast.
It's a very good episode. All right, that's going to be it for us tonight. You can check us out every week. Friday's the day we record. These come out on Sunday. Check out all of our stuff. Go to the site, videogamechoochoo.com, or any of the other URLs that bring us there. There's a lot of them. Thank you. Good night. Have a good night. Have a great night. Have a good night.
Happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful for you, Scott, and you, Janie, and that's it.
Good night.
Good night.